20 people. One question. I recently went out around Taylor University and asked people a single question. If their life were made into a movie, what would the title be?
My name is Beth Gregory.
Abby Van Arten.
Sienna Clymer.
Bailey Hill.
My name is Cassidy.
Karen Windle.
Emily Britton.
My name is Lauren Nizak.
Taylor Stevens.
Natalie Helene.
Leah Knippy.
My name is Christy Meissner.
Maddie Schwartz.
Nicole Arpin.
Dominic Barrows.
My name is Sarah Ruth Brown.
Emily O'Daniels.
Rachel Clam.
Jessica Schulte.
My name is Katie Shantz.
If your life were made into a movie, what would the title be?
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
Oh goodness.
Oh my goodness.
If my life were to be a movie.
If my life was made in a movie.
My life were made in a movie.
This is so hard.
The Adventures of Beth.
Adventures of Lauren.
The Misadventures of Christy's Life.
Or like The Awkward Life of Lauren.
Then it would just be a random composition of all the events that happen in my life that don't always seem like they go together, but that's what my life is.
I feel like I do a bunch of random things, or like they're just kind of like little adventures within themselves.
I would just be Abby, and then it'd be like that solid, just like one word, and people would just like be so curious and interested in it, and then grab their attention.
It would be Crazy Stupid Love.
We can make a remake of Crazy Stupid Love with a totally different plot line.
My life is very crazy.
Well, my life is crazy.
You have to add like the stupid in there because, I make a lot of mistakes and, no one's life is perfect.
I've ran into a lot of stupid people.
Love, because the love that I have from Christ and that love between us, and then also just love between other people.
And I'm in a relationship that hopefully will go beyond where it is now.
My creative life. Reason for that, I don't know. I feel like a lot of my life is just based on developing creative ways of thinking and deciding what I want to do with my life.
All right, if my life was a movie, I think it'd be called Understated/Overstated. I don't feel like I ever really expressed myself on the right level. It's either way understated or a giant hyperbole.
Beautiful disaster. I know that someday I'll figure out why it's beautiful, but sometimes it just looks like a big disaster.
I think if my life were made into a movie, it would be called Curly, From Frizz to Triumph.
Probably Roller Coaster, because there's been so many ups and downs of happy and depressing moments within my life, but it's all been a part of the fun ride of life.
The title would be Embrace What Life Breaks, because there's a bunch of things that happen in your life that can break apart what you want your life to kind of be, and so you gotta just embrace it. And that's mainly a pun, just because I broke my back and I had to wear a brace, and so you gotta embrace what life breaks.
I think it would be called The Turtle I Found in the Creek One Day. For one thing, I really love nature, and I like how slow turtles take things, and I just appreciate how relaxed they are, and they go at things at a slow pace.
Curiosity saved the cat. I would say, there's a common saying that curiosity killed the cat, but it was because of my curiosity that I found Christ, and I was led to him.
Maybe something like A Life of Love. And I would want the movie, I guess, to be more about my Christian walk and about how I was able to love people well.
The title of my movie would be called For All Seasons, because I feel like it's a nice vague title that could apply to a lot of different things. First of all, I really like the changing seasons. I also feel like there's a lot of different seasons in my life, and I don't know what those are all going to be yet, but I know they'll happen, and so I feel like that title would very nicely capture up all the different seasons. And lastly, I'm a firm believer that ice cream is for all seasons, including winter, so that is probably the most important element of this title, is the ice cream.
I would title my movie as From Here to There, because I like the idea of growing. I really enjoy traveling, trying to experience new things continually, and making that a part of life.
Well, if it was going to be something like serious, I would probably say pursuing joy, because that's become like a really big theme in my life for several reasons. I struggle with like some issues with like anxiety and depression, but I just think like as Christians we have like, you know, the most awesome gift of salvation, and like that being joyful amidst like sadness or, you know, depression or whatever is like really important. And so I try to like look for ways to be like joyful in lots of areas of my life.
I think it would probably be called The Red Tree, and that comes from when I was growing up. That was a nickname that my parents had for me because we lived in the South, and in the fall time the hills near where we lived all the trees would change color, and there's this one tree on the drive home that was like bright red, like kind of in the middle of all of the other ones, and we would drive by it, and my mom or my dad, whoever was driving, would point at it and be like, Jessica, you're like that red tree. I guess as I started to like finish high school, you know, that year where you're like applying to colleges is so full of like self-examination and looking back at like what your life has been and everything, and that image started to like stand out for me, you know, learning about how I'm unique, like what I have to bring, and the kind of exciting and adventuresome life that I want to have. And so my life obviously isn't over yet, so I don't know exactly what the movie would look like, but the kind of trajectory it would take, I think, could probably be artfully drawn back to that metaphor.
The answers I got ranged from funny and clever to deep and personal, but each one reflected the unique character and life story of the person responding. Thank you for listening to 20 People, One Question.